What is happening, everybody? Hello and welcome back to Total Blast, where we discuss about everything Marvel and the MCU. As for the Marvel slate and multiverse saga, there are still a lot of unanswered questions. We can anticipate them delving deep into this summer at either D23 or All H of San Diego Comic-Con. While we wait patiently for that, there are some unanswered questions in front of us and certain films that have no directors attached to them, but need to start shooting within the next 24 months. However, there are some positive news regarding Kang the Conqueror in the Marvel Cinematic Universe in today's thrilling news.
Hey! Let's face it, this is not the worst thing you've caught me.
However, a lot of people were let down when this week Hollywood Reporter reported a piece which claimed that Marvel Studios is now undergoing a lot of changes. Marvel Studios sacked Jonathan Majors after he was found guilty of third-degree reckless assault and harassment. They are currently clearing up the creative mess that was created after Jonathan Majors was dismissed. According to the Hollywood Reporter, they will now downplay or exclude Kang from the multiverse saga as a whole. We have some amazing news regarding the MCU, as well as updates on some incredible upcoming projects. But before we go into all of the exciting details, don't forget that we're still giving out a brand new PlayStation 5 on this channel to one lucky subscriber. More on how to win at the end of this video. And if this is your first time, please subscribe and enable the bell notification so you don't miss out on subsequent videos. The movies which have no director attached to them are Spider-Man 4, which have been making rounds in the industry, and the new Avengers movie, which we know that Michael Waldron is writing but don't know who is directing. Well, one industry insider piece in particular claims that we will soon hear more about these two movies. And as of right now, the status of both movies is as follows. Avengers 5 was supposed to be directed by Destin Daniel Cretton, but a few days ago, Simu Liu announced that he had left the project. Without a doubt, he will still be directing Shang-Chi 2. That should be revealed as part of the expanded multiverse slate as we can anticipate. And before we conclude up Avengers Secret Wars, Jeff Loveness was of course writing Kang Dynasty while Michael Waldron was writing Avengers Secret Wars. Nevertheless, Michael Waldron, who wrote Avengers Secret Wars, is now writing Avengers 5. The biggest confirmation in this update is that he specifically mentions the Avengers director rather than Avengers 5 or Avengers 6 director. Logically, both movies might be directed by the same person, like the Russos did with Infinity War and Avengers Endgame, and that's definitely a good thing. Speaking of the Russos, Sam Raimi, who directed Spider-Man film and the Multiverse of Madness, of course, was the final name that we heard of mentioned in relation to directing Secret Wars. Regarding Spider-Man 4 as of right now, we haven't covered any of that widely circulated rumors of the significant dispute between Sony and Marvel here on this channel. And according to rumors, Kevin Feige opposes Sony's desire to re-sign John Watts as the director of Spider-Man 4, and Sony wants him back in the role. He wants a separate person to take over Spider-Man 4, make some changes, and genuinely get John Watts cast in other movies. In any case, it only makes sense for us to find out who the identity of the filmmaker if Sony is determined to expedite this film and release it as soon as possible. But this one was messed up by Sony, of course. Furthermore, it appears from the most recent industry insider report that Vincent D'Onofrio has not been consulted regarding Kingpin's inclusion in the script. However, Kevin Feige needs to get on with the Russo brothers to work on Avengers 5 and Avengers 6, if it's even somewhat possible. And as we all know, a lot has happened in the meanwhile. The Russo brothers now have their own production business and they even own it. The last time they spoke about this, they stated that they wouldn't be free to work on something similar until the end of the decade. The decade is coming to an end very soon. In fact, if Secret War receives only one more postponement, it might happen in 2028 and another year is added on top of what could arrive in 2029 or 2030. Many individuals are genuinely curious about what will happen to Kang. Will he be taken out of the picture or ignored? Will he still remain the main villain? The good news is that, in contrast to what Hollywood Reporter is saying, it appears that he is.
Are you Tony Stank?
Yes, this is Tony Stank.
Remember though, that it did state that Marvel may downplay the character. They did not declare that Marvel was definitely going to let him go. The good news is that numerous sources have come forward to essentially confirm that they have heard that Kang remains the bad guy. And this is something that we've been hearing for a while. Maybe Kang won't be the focus of Avengers 5. Indeed, it's possible that Marvel Studios will temporarily separate itself from Kang and Jonathan Majors. However, we must not overlook what they've had already established with Kang the Conqueror. It doesn't seem possible that they will just give up on that plot. And this is exactly what trustworthy insider Alex Perez of the Cosmic Circles thinks. He said this on Twitter a couple of days ago. Following the publication of this piece, he said, I can get Marvel trying to distance itself from an actor after a firing, but let's not sit here and pretend that Kang is not a compelling villain that can easily be recast. thanks to his own multiverse SVL variant failsafe mechanism, and to think that it's been removed is erroneous. He states clearly that it's inaccurate to believe that Kang has been eliminated from the MCU as a result of the multiverse saga. There's a pretty strong indication that Kang is here to stay. Once more, it may be sidelined temporarily in order for Marvel Studios to deassociate itself from the criticism surrounding Jonathan Majors' trial. That being said, he hasn't been completely removed from the MCU. And once more, given what they have already established, that will be extremely difficult to accomplish, which leads us to the following two subjects. Carol Danvers, also known as Captain Marvel, along with Wanda, the Scarlet Witch, Doctor Strange and Shang-Chi, since Marvel Studios has already established Kang's impact in our realm, the 616 universe. It is believed that Kang's technology is responsible for the 10 rings, for which Wenwu's discovery method was never nearly disclosed. The same holds true for Kamala Khan's bracelet, and in a different report he completed a couple of days ago, Alex Perez said of Carol's return, "Who do you think is currently investigating the quantum bands from the civilization older than the Kree? In the Marvel Cinematic Universe, Captain Marvel is currently carrying out the task after the Marvels. It is also important to note that both of the bangles are multiversal tools that she has come in contact with. Given that Kang the Conqueror had the ability to travel through time, that presents an obvious connection to him. He is not limited to multiversal travel. He is also capable of time travel within the reality. Because of this, we have the Ramatot version of him, who at some point traveled back into time to become the pharaoh of early ancient Egypt. As a result, there are tidbits of information about Kang scattered across the Marvel Cinematic Universe. These tales were foreshadowed by the post-credit scene in Shang-Chi and the Legends of the Ten Rings. And good news for lovers of the Scarlet Witch, as this has really been a very hot topic in discussion lately. Wanda is still alive. This has really been said by insiders for some time, but they have also mentioned that Marvel Studios is now deciding how to proceed with the Scarlet Witch story. However, in response to someone on Twitter who said Wanda was deceased, Alex Perez of The Cosmic stated, "You are more delusional than I stand if you believe that," very clearly stating that she's indeed alive. In addition, other insiders have informed us about her recently and that a solo Scarlet Witch movie is in the works. Although, Marvel is still working on it, and most likely it won't release until early next year. Alex insists it will happen, and it will undoubtedly deal with issues from WandaVision and Multiverse of Madness, and she will play a part in Avengers Secret Wars. She is certainly going to play a significant role in both Doctor Strange and the Secret Wars, even when it comes to the multiverse. And based off on what we already know about Doctor Strange 3, he will be preoccupied with the movie and its event, and he won't be appearing in Avengers 5. Furthermore, Doctor Strange 3 would adhere to the time runs out plot, which occurs in the Marvel comics just prior to Secret Wars, according to Alex Perez of the Cosmic Circus. In fact, it looks like Avengers 5 and Doctor Strange 3 will happen simultaneously, according to Alex Perez. The absence of Doctor Strange will also be a contributing factor to the Avengers' defeat. Furthermore, it doesn't appear that they will continue to go by the name Kang Dynasty. Kang will most likely still be behind everything, though. Therefore, events involving the Avengers in our primary 616 timeline on Earth will also feature the Black Priest, while Doctor Strange 3 is taking place. And with that said, let's head over right to our giveaways, as we're still giving out a brand new PlayStation 5 on this channel to one lucky subscriber once we hit a milestone of 1,000 subscribers. And all you have to do to win is watch our videos, subscribe, turn on your post notification, like and comment. And one lucky subscriber will be chosen from the comment section to win our brand new PlayStation 5. Also, want to say thank you to everyone who has ever supported us this far. We truly appreciate it. What are your thoughts on this video? And who's your pick to direct Avengers 5 and 6? And who's your pick to direct Spider-Man 4? And also, what do you think about the news concerning Kang and how everything still kind of connects to him? Please, don't forget to like this video and share your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. Subscribe and turn on the post notifications so you don't miss out on any of our latest Marvel news. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, I hope to see you in the next one.